Good morning. Pastor Dallas here with today's Real Talk from the Heart. Today's Real Talk comes from the book of Acts, chapter 14 and verse 2. Reading through the Bible twice per year, 7 chapters per day. It's about an hour of reading. I'm hopping on here and just sharing some thoughts from my morning devotion, my journal. And one of the things that I was meditating on this morning was Acts 14 verse 2. So let me read it to you. It says, "But the unbelieving Jews stirred up the Gentiles and poisoned their minds against the brethren," or another translation says against the brothers, against the church. I was thinking about that this morning, and just what a sad reality it is, man, that there are people who have decided not to like others. Just because you disagree with someone does not mean that you have to dislike them. And of course, that's real time for you and I today because of the recent results of the election. There are many people, man, with hateful attitudes, hateful words, because they disagree with others in the way they voted. And, if you disagree with somebody and then you dislike them, or you dislike them because they don't agree with your particular stance or whatever, what that really reveals is immaturity. We haven't matured in our love if we base our dislike for someone because they disagree with us. That's very immature. The thing about these type of people, and we got to be careful of not being those type of people, is that when people choose or decide not to like someone, they are not content to do that alone. And so what they try to do is get other people not to like them as well. And usually their dislike for these people is simply and sinfully rooted in pure jealousy or just, simple hatred. Right? They're just hateful people. And sadly, that is a reality that we must face. But Jesus spoke very strong words about hating people without a cause, right? Hating your brother without a cause. It was a very dangerous thing, a very sinful thing. And so I want us to consider that this morning, man, about this issue of poisoning people against other people. Poison people slander reputations. They make false accusations about people to get people to like them more than their victims. And you know what? This happens in the business world. You'll see people who have businesses and other people will, or competing businesses will slander the reputation of those businesses to try to win them over to their business, man. It's a dog eat dog world, man. It's crazy out there. But not only in the business world, you see it in sports. We definitely see it in politics. And sadly, we see it bleed over into other areas of life as well, where people will just slander reputations and make up false accusations to get people over to their side. And, this is real talk from the heart, right? I don't sugarcoat nothing. Man, I really just kind of, talk on some real issues in life. And here's some real talk, that this type of behavior, it even happens in churches. Realer talk. Listen, I've even seen and heard pastors do this very same thing. And so let me say, man, if you must put people down to try to get people to like you more or more than someone else, you are the definition of a poisoned person. If you must put down other pastors and other churches to try to get people to come to your church, you are a poisoned pastor. Be careful. Be careful of being that type of person who is a poisoned person, who tries to poison the minds of other people. But listen, be careful that others are not poisoning you so that you don't like, another person. Man, poison people. And so we got to be very careful of that, especially as God's people, as Christians, man. I take this very seriously. If I'm going to bear the name of Christ in my life, I got to guard my heart in this area. And as a pastor, too. As a pastor, man, I can't be doing that. I may disagree with the way other churches do things, or maybe, you know, a doctrinal conclusion that some other pastor draws. But listen, man, if I'm going to use that as motivation to try to get people to come to the church that I pastor, man, that shows that I'm immature and I'm shallow. And I don't want to be that, man. I want to instead be someone who loves and builds people up rather than trying to poison the minds of people to get them to like me more, right? Or because these people don't agree with me, then I'm going to get other people to, you know, not like them as well. That's just shallow, man. So this is what this was speaking to me, man, this morning. It was like, wow, the reality of people actually poisoning people to not like other people. And those are definitely poison people. Don't be poison people, y'all. Hey, the Lord loves you. I love you too. And I want to thank you for tapping in for some real talk from the heart today. And I hope that you'll like, share this video if it blessed you, if it encouraged you, if it challenged you. That's my goal in these videos, man. Obviously, always to point people to the Lord Jesus Christ, man, because it's all about him. Always has been, always will be. All right, man. Salute in the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Talk to you later.